Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Jeff, we had another wet day today. Are you tracking more rain?
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit more tomorrow. The amounts kind of uncertain at this point. A lot of it's going to depend on what happens tonight with storms to our north and how things evolve around here through the day tomorrow. So still keep the umbrella handy. Okay. But it does look like we'll dial back the rain for mid to late week, and we're going to crank up the heat just a little bit. Get ready for a return to some summertime conditions. I know the rain that we've had here over the last week and a half really has done a number on the temperatures, but we're going to make up for it heading into August. Here's a look at your rain chances. Tomorrow we'll keep them there almost mid-range, around 30%. Wednesday, Thursday may end up dry, and then as we head into the weekend, seeing that chance for some rainfall starting to go back up across the Tennessee Valley. We've got a weak cold front that'll come in this weekend. Might increase our rain chances a bit heading into Saturday, but really not going to have a huge impact on the temperature. Perhaps bring the humidity down ever so slightly as well. 92's average. We've not seen that for more than a week, but that changes this week. Around 94 tomorrow. Again, that'll be dependent on rain coverage, but certainly attainable. Mid-90s will continue Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We drop back into the lower 90s, getting ready to head into the weekend. The feels like numbers, this is going to be our real issue. It's been very humid and muggy. You know that. Just hasn't been super hot. Well, now we're bringing the temperatures back up, which means the feels like numbers, or the heat index, starting to become an issue, getting above the 100-degree mark, probably staying that way for the rest of this week. And as a result, heat advisories making a return here to the Tennessee Valley. Those go into effect noontime tomorrow. Will run until 7 o'clock in the evening. Doesn't include areas here in Sand Mountain. So if you're Marshall, Jackson, and DeKalb County, you're not included in that heat advisory as of yet, although we will get an update from the National Weather Service overnight tonight. And meteorologist Grace Anello will let you know if this outline of the heat advisory in our area has changed or not first thing tomorrow morning. As it stands now, Fayetteville to Huntsville to Coleman included, and all points westward. That max heat index could hit 105, maybe as high as 109 in a few locations. All quiet out there right now. Wave 31 Triple Doppler, again, a different story than what we had late this afternoon. And we do anticipate that for the next few hours, we're going to stay relatively quiet. Some cloud cover does come in overnight tonight, and you do see a little rain developing, a little more concentrated up to Nashville. We'll be monitoring some storms overnight tonight that will develop in parts of the Midwest. They'll get steered to the south and to the east. And again, depending on how they evolve, ultimately will determine what we see around here rain-wise, especially heading into tomorrow afternoon. But there is a chance for a little bit out the door in the morning, so be sure to check in with meteorologist Grace Anello. She'll also show you if we have anything on radar. Noontime tomorrow, not a whole lot showing up, but the latest update here with Future Radar indicating some development tomorrow afternoon. Maybe back out here towards the shoals, maybe a little bit more activity that'll try to back into the northeast corner of the state, and perhaps a little bit more heading into tomorrow evening. Now, this is something new that was not being indicated earlier. And again, in this sort of pattern, it's a little tricky. A lot of times our rain activity depends on other storms that are outside of our area and how they hold together as they get a little closer to us. So plan on some wet weather tomorrow. So have the umbrella just to be on the safe side. We'll also monitor for the severe weather risk. We're actually in a severe weather outlook for the first time in a little while. We've had some severe thunderstorm warnings at times, but not necessarily outlook for that. Well, tomorrow we are. It's a level 1 risk, which is typical for the summer months. Seasonally strong storm possible, and like we saw today with those warnings, possibility for some strong wind gusts. That will be the main threat, along, of course, with some heavy downpours and the frequent lightning. Temperatures tomorrow around 80 at 8 in the morning. We're approaching 90 at the noon hour, and again, we'll be in the low and mid-90s tomorrow afternoon outside of any rainfall. These are your feels like numbers by the noon hour, already feeling like 100, and those triple-digit heat index readings will continue throughout the afternoon tomorrow. About 97 for a high in Muscle Shoals, Moulton 95, 94 in Decatur and Huntsville, 93 in Scottsboro, and we'll top out around 91 over in Fort Payne. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. Wednesday, Thursday are looking a little bit drier, perhaps completely dry. Mid-90s for your highs, but feeling like triple digits with the humidity. Heading into Friday and especially Saturday, as again a weak cold front tries to drift in here, may increase our rain chances slightly for that first part of the weekend, and then bring the temperatures and maybe the humidity back just a hair over the course of the weekend. We're still likely going to be at or above the 90-degree mark, but numbers down just slightly before they start to go back up again for the first of next week.
Boy, I tell you, we're so happy to get a break from the rain. We
Yeah.
can deal with the heat that's coming our way.
Yeah, I mean, after day after day after day of heavier downpours coming through many areas, it'll be nice to see some drier weather coming up. But again, probably after tomorrow, I would count that a little bit more.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. Removing weeds